Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic is the premier UCI S2 full-service stage race in Eastern Europe. Taking place in Romania, in one of the last genuinely wild mountainous regions in Europe, the event benefits from incredible scenery in the land of Dracula. The action takes place in the meridional Carpathian Mountains, with the race village set at Ciela Gradistai Fundata, an Olympic-level resort in the Transylvanian Alps with a very special aura located in the neighborhood of the Bran Castle. Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic 2018 is open to both professional and amateur cyclists with two options to compete: 4-day Epic and 1-day Challenge. The 4-day race includes a mandatory XCT Prologue and 3 XCM daily stages, each 60 kilometers, with a total cumulative elevation gain of 8,500 meters. Amateurs are offered the occasion to enjoy an authentic 1-day mountain bike experience in a top international competition with a 40-kilometer and 1,500-meter total elevation gain. World-class riders from 25 countries joined the 4-day race to challenge their limits in the wild Romanian mountains and be crowned as the king and queen of the Carpathians. Last year, at the first edition, this most desirable title was seized by Tomas Vesnovsky and Janka Kazek-Stevkova, both from Slovakia. This year, Janka returned to defend her title.
I haven't done such a race before, I think. It's too much altitude. We climb a lot of altimeters, and it was something new experience.
Ariana Luti and Franz Claes enthusiastically joined the wild, rugged, and epic Romanian competition as event ambassadors. Both world champions of the international mountain biking scene, they promised a special show through the rocks and gorges of the Carpathians. Born in Switzerland, Ariana Luti, 34 years old, is revered among her competitors for her fierce and fearless marathon racing ability. As a member of Team Spoor, she is multiple winner of the most grueling mountain bike stage races in the world, including ABSA Cape Epic, where she was 5-time champion. This year, she earned a bronze medal at the European XCM Championship.
I used to be a competitive swimmer when I was younger. I always did some relays, some triathlons in a team, and I used to be the swimmer. So I mixed with mountain bikers, and so that's where I started mountain biking.
Overall winner of the UCI Marathon World Series 2017, the Belgian cyclist Franz Claes is a truly passionate mountain biker, being determined to take his bike all over the globe. The 34-year-old cyclist and member of the Loving Hut mountain bike team is a national XCM champion in his home country.
My first impression is really good. I really like it here, the mountains, the environment, the nature. So also the people are very friendly here, so yeah, it's nice.
Professional cyclist and coach Victor Cometo from Portugal has a rich sport history and commendable accomplishments. Winner of the Tour of Portugal road cycling and an Olympic athlete in 2000, this famous mountain biker, aged 48, succeeded with a fantastic comeback in cycling after a 10-year break by winning the champion titles of UCI Portugal Tour mountain bike race, Algarve Bike Challenge, and Alpen Tour Trophy in the Master category, plus 4th place at the ABSA Cape Epic in 2015 in the Master category.
I think it will be one of the toughest races I did in the mountain bike, yes. And I did much. I did Cape Epic, I did Transalp, Alpen Tour, I did Atacama Desert in Chile, one of the most hardest races. I did Pioneer in New Zealand, I did Morocco, Sahara. I did many races, but I think this one will be one of the toughest races.
Among other contenders for this year's title are Gustaf Larsson from Sweden, member of the team Cult Energy Pro Cycling, winner of 2 silver medals at the 2008 European Championships and 1 at the 2009 World Cup. Peter Prus from Team Torpedo Südtirol International, the champion of Estonia and winner of the UCI Marathon Series, Roch Lasagay XCM and the European Continental Championships XCM. Andras Parti from Vabara's Trek team, a rider who has dominated the mountain bike scene in Hungary, a multiple XCO and XCM national champion. Márton Blasó from Hungary, member of the team Car Cover Racing BMC and third place at the 2017 Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic. Top women riders to watch include Janka Keseg-Stevkova from Outsiders Cycling Team, winner of the 2017 Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic, national XCO, XCE, and XCM champion in Slovakia, three-time ABSA Cape Epic finisher, and three-time Olympic Games participant. Jovana Crnogorac from Bikeway Racing Team, the 2018 XCO champion of Serbia and participant at the Olympics in Rio. Katarzyna Sosna from Lithuania, member of Team Torpado Südtirol International and winner of many marathon competitions in 2018. The Prologue is a short and intense 11-kilometer XCT spectacular trail. This route takes place in Ciela Gredește Fundată area and makes a loop around the race village. It's a technical route with steep descents and steep climbs of high difficulty, which includes 2 downhill technical parts with a total elevation gain of approximately 600 meters.
Oh, it's very hard. I think it was very in good conditions, but guys, it's very crazy.
Yeah, it was actually a tough one the first day. The first part of the track was really nice for me as a cross-country rider.
As expected, the short and steep track favored the cross-country specialists. The Prologue was won by Hungarian Parti András, who left last in the race. Parti was timed in 30 minutes and 57 seconds, just 2 seconds faster than the Estonian Peter Prus. The third place, Martin Herring from Slovakia, 5 seconds back from the leader. The Portuguese veteran and event ambassador for the Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic, Vitor Gamito, won the 40 to 49 age category. The big favorite of the day, the Belgian Frans Claes, fell at the start and finished only 6th in the Prologue, 1 minute and 5 seconds back from the leader.
The race didn't went so well. In the beginning, I didn't see a rock in the downhill, and my front wheel hit the rock and I flipped over the bike. I think it's only a little bruise, so it's not a problem for tomorrow, but I lost quite some time and had problems to find my rhythm again, so not the best day.
Fantastic start to the race for Ariana Luti, who finishes in 37 minutes and 23 seconds. She was seconded by Serbian Jovana Crnogorac in 38 minutes 12 seconds, followed by the Lithuanian Katarzyna Sosna, who came in third.
The Prologue, it was a beautiful course, very, very technical, steep downhills and then a steep uphill. It's a very, very tough course, but I loved it. It's beautiful, it's really great.
It's a beautiful morning at the race village where stage 1 has both the start and finish lines.
I feel a little bit yesterday, but it's okay. I hope when I warm it up, it will be very good.
Riders are focused prior to the start, waiting for the loud heartbeat to stop. A heavy and fast stage awaits them this morning. With a total distance of 60 kilometers and accumulated elevation gain of 2,700 meters, Stage 1 includes trails and single track for 50% of the distance, with forest roads and mountain trails on 40% and tarmac on the remaining 10%. The day takes the riders to 2 very different mountain ranges. Following a tiresome ascent up to the peaks of the Laiota Mountains, the track runs to the rockier Bucegi Mountains, where it uses an old strategic path known as the Border Guards Road, which until the Second World War marked the border between the historical province of Țara Românescă and Austro-Hungary. A 15-kilometer descent takes the riders from as high as 2,200 meters down to 800 meters, making it the longest one of the entire competition.
I think everybody makes a lot of small mistakes. I just felt like when it's so natural, it's kind of, you make a lot of mistakes, you kind of have to go a little bit on safety. So I didn't push too hard in the descents, and I was actually pushed a little bit too hard in the beginning of the race, so I was suffering a little bit, also with tired legs.
It was hard. I lost 2 minutes, and it was not easy to be back in the front.
In the men's race, the athletes who topped the previous day's prologue led the race. Peter Prus from Estonia finishes in 3:18.35 and wins stage 1. With an incredibly small difference between second and third positions occupied by two Czechs, Marek Rauchfuss and Adel Filip, with about 35 seconds total time gap between all three of these riders.
We already made a tempo in the first climb with my teammate. I was feeling really good and felt like others were struggling a bit, so we already made a gap in the first one, but my teammate had a puncture, as I understand, and so I needed to go solo pretty much all the day.
On the last kilometers, we cooperated with my friend from Czech, Filip Adel. We want to win, both of us, because we saw the leader a few seconds before us.
The big favorite of this stage, Franz Claes, the world leader at the moment in marathon competitions, arrived in 4th place and will have to push hard over the next 2 stages to regain the 2-minute gap from the current leader.
Didn't have my best day actually. I did it a little bit careful in the downhills. Don't take too many risks because 2 more days to go.
A big surprise is the Swede, Gustav Erik Larsson, who has had a successful career in road cycling. He came in 5th in stage 1 with 6 minutes 51 seconds behind the winner.
It's really cool actually. It's like very natural. This is like real mountain biking. Very slow, but very hard.
It was really nice and beautiful. Good that it didn't start to rain before. It was good in the tarmac with the rain, but if it would rain in the forest, it would be really, really slippery. At the end, I tried to be on the podium, but there were 3 guys a little bit stronger, so let's hope tomorrow is a better day for me.
There were no surprises in the women's race, where Ariana Luti, the big favorite, won in 3:58.13, almost 8 minutes ahead of second Jovana Crnogorac from Serbia, a lead that should give her a comfortable advantage for stage 2.
I first tried to stay with her, but then I was like, I think I can't keep that pace, so I let her go. I have experience with riding in the mountains from Switzerland, and I could trust my feeling that I need to pace myself conservatively, so I'm happy I did that.
It's a splendid morning in the race village, with the sun highlighting the rugged landscape offered by the Bucegi and Piatra Craiului Mountains, a perfect backdrop for a battle of giants. Stage 2 will be a real challenge for all the riders, including the winners of Stage 1, Ariana Luti from Team Spur, wearing the red jersey, and Peter Prus from Torpedo Südtirol International, wearing the yellow jersey.
15 seconds to the start.
It is the most difficult of the 3 stages, with accumulated elevation gain of 3,300 meters over a 60-kilometer distance, a stage where weakness can no longer be masked. This stage is expected to set 90% of the overall ranking for the competition. The Belgian Franz Claes from Loving Hut mountain bike team will try to recover a 2-minute gap from the yellow jersey holder, while the 2 Czechs, Marek Rauchfuss from Kelly's Bike Ranch team and Adel Filip from the Superior Sun Invent team, will defend their number 2 and 3 positions. Ariana Luti's arch-rival, the Serbian Jovana Crnogorac from the Bikeway Racing team, will challenge for the red jersey position, but the time gap of more than 8 minutes should give the Swiss champion a comfortable advantage. Stage 2 takes place in the Leota Mountains, an area little known even to mountain lovers. The track is a real novelty, also for Romanian riders, with a lot of work needed to make it accessible for competitors. Some portions are old paths used by the shepherds to access the alpine meadows. This stage includes two very technical descents, both having more than 1,000 meters altitude difference, distributed over 5 to 8 kilometers of distance, which could cause real problems for some riders. Not only the heaviest of the heaviest, but also one of the most spectacular stages. A perfect reflection of how much the description of wild, rugged, epic the Carpathian mountain bike epic actually is. Most riders cross the finish line close to exhaustion, but after a few deep breaths, their smiles returned and they recognized it is one of the hardest races they've ever attended. In the men's ranking, the Estonian Peeter Prus wins the stage, finishing in 3:40.12 and keeps his yellow jersey with a very small time gap. Marek Raukfus coming in second, and Franz Klaes, who takes third, just 2 minutes 34 seconds behind the winner.
I think now no more attacking because gap is pretty good. I think I think today minute maybe or so it's 1.5 minutes. So just check the guys who will attack me and just stay with them, control, and stay out of trouble.
So I pushing hard, and it was crazy. The last kilometers was really hard for me, but I am happy with the second place.
As the top three riders are separated in the rankings by only 4 minutes 37 seconds, Stage 3 will decide the winner, all of them having a chance to be crowned King of the Carpathians.
Today I felt a little bit better, but I paced myself better than yesterday. And at the end, it pays off, I think. So I will do the same tomorrow. The guys from Torpala are always starting full gas. It's a little bit too fast for me, so if I pace myself, then I hope to be on the podium tomorrow.
I think it's a little bit too much. I am a cross-country rider, so for me, it is not a race. It is a surviving challenge.
In the women's competition, the first two ranked riders and arch rivals changed places, with the Serbian Jovana Crnogorac taking over the red jersey from Ariana Luti, against most experts' estimations that she would be favored by the long descents of this stage. Crnogorac pushed hard and won the race in 4:26.57, with Luti following with a time difference of 8 minutes 56 seconds. Leila Tanovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina arrived in third, 36 minutes and 4 seconds back from the leader.
I think this is the hardest race I've ever done, and I have to be honest that I was mentioning the guy who made the course many times during the race, so yeah, it's pretty hard one.
I didn't fall a lot, but I just had a big stone in my knee, so I had to take it out, and I guess I had a lot of blood flow, so it was pouring all over my bike and me, but I think it's going to be okay.
Jovana is a world class rider, and I did a few mistakes, too many today. I took a wrong turn at one stage, lost a bit of time. I made 2 mistakes in the downhill.
Well, slightly easier with only 2,500 meters total elevation gain over 60 kilometers distance, Stage 3 will provide the framework for an intense competition between the top-ranked riders. Amateurs will also have the chance to join the show over a shorter route of 40 kilometers specially designed for them. While the sun shines brightly over the race village, it can only smooth the undeniable tension and expectations in the air on the last day of the Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic 2018. Stage 3 will be the scene for an exciting combat between the top-ranked riders in both the men's and the women's races. The two top female riders, the Serbian Jovana Crnogorac from Bikeway Racing Team and the Swiss Ariana Luti from Team Spur, are separated by only 14 seconds after 3 days of intense competition. 130 kilometers total riding distance and 6,000 meters elevation gain, they most probably are setting a world record for stage races in terms of time gap before the last stage. In the men's competition, the top three riders are separated by only 4 minutes 37 seconds. Both the Czech Marek Rauchfuss from Kelly's Bike Ranch team in second and the Belgian Franz Claes from the Loving Hut mountain bike team in third will struggle hard to steal the title from the owner of the yellow jersey, Estonian Peter Prus from the Tarpado Südtirol international team. With a 2,500-meter elevation gain over 60 kilometers distance, Stage 3 is easier than the previous one. During last year's edition, this stage was finished in only 2 hours, 47 minutes. The incredibly beautiful and wild landscape as the track sneaks through narrow and bolted canyons and valleys sprinkled with miniature waterfalls might make it hard for the cyclists to focus only on riding fast without losing sight. This stage is the fastest one in the competition, with long, flat portions in the spectacular canyons Prapastiles Arnistilor and Valea Chai. The fast route allowed Adel Philipp from Superior's Sun Invent team to recover some of the time difference on the leader. With a superb effort, he won the stage in 2:55.08, followed by Peter Prus and Franz Claes. It was not enough, however, for Philipp to make it to the top of the podium, which remained unchanged from the end of Stage 2.
It was hard, like every day.
The long-awaited battle between the red jersey owner Giovanna Chernogorak and Ariana Luti resulted in a superb race from both. Luti proved stronger in this final stage and won in 3:32.55, with Chernogorak following 13 minutes later.
It's a big victory because I fought so hard for it. You know, if you have such strong competition, such a tough course, you know, then it feels amazing to win at the end. So I'm very, very happy.
With a total of 10 hours, 26 minutes, 35 seconds, Estonian Peter Prus proved to be extremely consistent during the entire competition and wins the Elite Men's classification at the 2018 edition of Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic and is crowned King of the Carpathians.
I gave it all in the track and it's great to win.
In the women's race, the Swiss Ariana Luti beats her arch-rival Giovanna Chernogorak from Serbia and is crowned Queen of the Carpathians with an overall time of 12 hours, 44 minutes, 24 seconds, thus confirming her lead position in the overall world rankings. In the overall event ranking for elite men, the Czech Marek Rauchfuss from Kelly's Bike Ranch took the second place, and the Belgian Franz Claes from Loving Hut mountain bike team coming in third at more than 8 minutes back from the leader. In the elite women overall event rankings, Serbian Giovanna Chernogorak is ranked second, and the Lithuanian Katarzyna Sosna comes in third. The one Romanian reaching the top 10 was a surprise, as he just came from road cycling. Raul Antonio Sinza from Car Cover Racing Team ranked 9th at his first mountain bike competition. This has been the second edition of Carpathian Mountain Bike Epic, the unique, wild, rugged, and epic mountain bike stage race in Romania. For all, it proved to meet its promises and even surpassing expectations. This has been all about pushing riders' limits to the edge, building character, forging new bonds of friendship with other passionate riders, experiencing the most epic tracks in Eastern Europe, and enjoying the typical Romanian hospitality.
Amazing experience, and I'm looking forward to come back here one day.
MTB Epic in Carpathian, it's really great, really tough, and one of the best races I've ever done, and the hardest one, and I invite you all for next year to come and join us all.
Thank you Carpathian MTB Epic for the great experience, and I will hope to be back next year.
Carpathian Epic is very wild, very rough, very rugged. And I always say, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and this is definitely a race that will make you much stronger.